Because I love him. We're doomed, yeah we. 0 hours? Oh, what now? Hey, baby boy. I don't know where we're going. Probably at the utility. Yeah, it looks like there's only one way. I'm gonna put him into cryo. Sorry if I'm hitting your head. I can't really see anything. You already chopped off his leg. A few bumps isn't gonna make a difference. Go home. Oh my goodness, ASMR sounds are so awesome. I freaking love this trigger. Rain? Hells yeah. Gonna share one? Just gonna let him live? What? It's okay, Curly. You're going to be okay. You always had my back. I ended up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. But now you'll survive. It's like you said. Together, we can fix anything. I didn't want to be like this, you know? You could have stopped in the beginning. You did this to me, bro. I'm just proud I got to be your friend and co-pilot, Captain. I'm not. You're fucked up in the head. No one can hurt you now. Well, I mean, look at my state. I think I'm badly hurt at this point. We fix it. I didn't do shit, man. I was like bandaged the whole time. I can barely eat anything. All I've been eating is like painkillers. You've been feeding me painkillers for the past 5 months. You don't even give me food, and I don't even know how the fuck is my body digesting these painkillers in my body without eating anything. I don't know, Jimmy. I fixed it. No, you did not fix me. Look. If I survive, what's gonna happen to me? Wanna live my life like this? Holy shit. Should have let Daisuke survive this instead. Holy shit. I feel bad. Jimmy! Bro, did you even turn on the cryo? Jimmy? Oh, okay, he did. Oh. No way, that's fucked up. What do I do now? Jimmy, I don't want to live in like this. In the end, he took the fastest way. He did not take responsibility at all. Wait and hope someone finds it in 20 years. Yeah, as if this guy could speak afterwards. Holy shit. He's never gonna be the same after. Would have been just better if he grilled himself. If I was Curly, I would have just like, yeah, just fucking end me, man. And just go in the cryo. At least you have some feet. You don't have to take off a part of my limb to eat. Like, that's fucked up, bro. I wouldn't want to go after all these horrors that I have to experience. Watching Anya krill herself. And just the fact that you're not able to do anything because you're in that state is crazy. Like, he's literally, he just watched everything unfold in front of him. And because he can't do anything. What a good game though, I like it. I don't know what to feel, everybody. I'm tired. I'm sad. Wait, so why did he call it mouthwash? You were shipping mouthwash? That's it? Was there a deeper meaning behind it? Kills 99% and only one alive. Oh! 99% germs. The beginning was not Curly. Does that mean that the one that has getting a lot of hallucinations was Jimmy too? The one that puts them on the crash? That was Jimmy, right? Jimmy had a psychotic break, but Curly started to break under stress too. They were both hallucinating, but most of it was Jimmy. I think so too. That's so funny because in the beginning, they think that Jimmy was so normal. So Anya was like, I think Jimmy is not doing this test properly. But then again, when you think about it, Anya has been avoiding Jimmy for the longest time. So he asked Curly to do it for him. It makes so much sense now. I think the dead pixel in the corner is a metaphor to Jimmy. Yeah. If she got pregnant, how many trips? If I remember, 8 more months. How many trips is it to get into the station? I think Jimmy has been doing this to Anya for a long time, no? Honestly, the psych tests were kind of pointless. The company is going under and they're in the middle of their last run. Even everyone that played, it's not like going to make a difference. Curly was breaking down and was still saying he knew where the reality stood and stood at the edge of cemented shoes. He said 8 months until they'll be back. Remember she says there's no locks in the dormitory? Yeah, I'm just worried that like Jimmy has been doing this for a long time to her. It's so messed up. She would have given birth on the ship. Yeah, it's so messed up. I think out of everyone, I feel like Daisuke is the victim here. And I think that Swansea was so... I love him so much. He was actually trying to save... I believe that Swansea, that pod. In the beginning, I thought it was like saving for himself. But like that monologue that he did, it was actually for Daisuke. He's just a little misunderstood old man. Really hit me when he was doing that monologue where he was like, I stopped drinking, I took some credit cards, tried to find a family, trying to find like a house, trying to be like a normal. But even then, when he's doing this, he's not finding his happiness. Could have been more soft towards Daisuke. But the thing Jimmy's, based on his attitude, it feels like he's never been true to himself too. Like he doesn't know how to approach this kind of thing. He just admitted it literally when he's about to hit Daisuke.
Jimmy's the kind of person who would delude his own delusions. He would manipulate his own delusions and hallucinations to bend to his own falsehood. He absolutely would. He can see God in a vision and try to lie to God. He absolutely would. Yes, I do. I fucked up. But I can still make this right. Our worst moments don't make us... Jesus fucking... Oh, we did chop off his fucking legs. We absolutely chopped off his fucking legs. And he's still breathing. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, Anya, Daisuke, Swansea. We fucked up this guy's legs. And he fed him... Ah, God. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Yeah, Curly's resiliency is working against him at this point. Like, I would have welcomed a peaceful death at some point, because at least it ends. Go home? Where's home? I guess we're heading in this direction. The way that Curly's eyes follow you, he's mentally there. He can't speak or do anything, but he's mentally absolutely still there. His eyes track you. Are we putting him in the crowd chamber? Is this us taking responsibility? Giving Curly a chance to live? It's okay, Curly. You're going to be okay. You always had my back. I ended up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. No, you weren't! This is all your fault! But now you'll survive. It's like you said, together, we can fix anything. I'm just proud I gotta be your friend and co-pilot, Captain. No one can hurt you now. We fixed it. I fixed it. The fuck you did? Not the fuck are you talking about? You absolute dingus! You absolute numbnuts! The fuck are you talking about, bro? Shut the fuck up! Wait, where's it going? Is he gonna compromise the chamber? No, he did not take responsibility. Not one bit. I don't care if he saved Curly. Jimmy knows his ass would have been so guilt-ridden if he survived. If Jimmy put himself in that chamber, killed Curly, and was eventually rescued, he'd have to live with those hallucinations, with the guilt. He never wanted to take responsibility. Never. Never. He had no plans to. He couldn't handle the guilt. He couldn't handle having to face the consequences. Even if he lies to the authorities, even if he happens to get found by a passing freighter, he knows for a fact he will never, ever have any kind of peace. And so he took the coward's way out. He's deluding himself. Oh, but I can save Curly. I can put Curly in the chamber and that'll save him. Wrong. Curly's fucking dying. He has to wait for God knows how long in the chamber. That's bullshit. He doesn't care about Curly. He doesn't care about anyone. He's looking for his own way out. He's feeding his own delusions as being a hero and he died for the sake of the crew. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Curly can't last. Who knows? But no, Jimmy goes, no, I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to die honorably. Die for my crew. Save our captain. I've atoned for my sins. Shut the fuck up. Coward. Daisuke passed away. He was put down by Swansea because he sustained fatal injuries while climbing through the vent. Under the suggestion and manipulation of Jimmy. Great game. That was great. I was invested in Daisuke. A worthless ray of fucking sunshine that messed me up. Swansea truly did care. And I have a theory that the pod wasn't even for him. He was looking out for Anya and Daisuke. He was looking out for both of them. Maybe he kept it secret because he didn't want Jimmy to find the pod because he wants to uncover more pods and save Anya and Daisuke. Yeah, he knew for a fact Jimmy would use it for himself because Swansea doesn't really like himself. Let's be honest, he doesn't really like himself. He placed more value in protecting Daisuke and Anya. Yeah, maybe not Anya. Yeah, you're right, Deathleknot. Man, what a great story. This is above anything I can write, honestly. I aspire to have this level of writing. This is insane. Amazing work from the developers. I wouldn't say it's a coward's way out, generally speaking, because truly those who commit or those who are in such position, it's not always a cowardly act. I can't label them. I can't tell them what they're doing. I can't call them cowards. But in this particular case, Jimmy's being a fucking coward. I'm sorry. It's not even confirmed he'll be found by other people if he goes in the cryopod. But in case he does, he is such a whiny bitch baby. In the slim chance he does get discovered, he doesn't want to have to live with the guilt of killing his entire crew for assaulting someone. He doesn't want to live with that. So in his case, absolutely fucking coward. I bet in his final moments, he truly believed for a split second, he may have believed that like, oh yeah, no, I'm the hero. What a good villain. What a good fucked up person. I was expecting like, is there gonna be like an alien, like a xenomorph thing? No, it's just the character drama between these 5 people. Humans trying their best, and just one of them happens to be a fucking monster. The little details, like I caught the fact that the person crashing the plane was on the left side. And then when we had the interview, the evaluation with Curly in the cockpit, I saw that Jimmy was sitting on the left side. And so I was like, well, he either got framed, because at that point I was kind of suspicious of Jimmy a little bit, but not enough to even pin him for anything. So I thought, okay, maybe Curly did on his side. I don't know. Also, like, Curly is not free of guilt. He is not free of guilt. Imagine you claim to be responsible for your crew. One of your crewmates comes up to you and says, I have been assaulted. I don't know where he stands on this or anything, but at least separate the two. At the bare minimum, let her sleep in the med bay or something. Let her have a lock or that kind of thing. Or try to take some kind of action. Curly, just let it happen. Let them interact. Did absolutely nothing. I get that Curly meant well, but he was complacent in Jimmy's bullshit. He absolutely enabled Jimmy. He's my friend. I can talk to him. No, separate them. I don't know if he knew and was complacent or he was too naive. Curly should have done something. He was responsible for the ship and the crew, and he let that slide. Dead pixel metaphor. It's still there. Even if you try to maintain peace, it's still there. It's gonna be there until you do something about it. And he fucked up and he paid a horrible price for it. Swan Season isn't innocent either. Pressuring Daisuke to drink, don't do that. Don't do that at all, actually. And then additionally, he didn't do anything about Anya's situation until he exploded at Jimmy for killing Daisuke. They should have done something earlier. They're all flawed characters, except for Daisuke! Except my boy Daisuke! That boy's flawless! His primary fault is that he's so naive. He just was manipulated so easily by Jimmy. Within less than a paragraph, he's already walking through literally a screaming metal death trap.
Where do I take him? Bridal style? Please! Am I gonna freeze you? Go home? What do you mean by that? It's okay, Curly. You're gonna be okay. You always had my back. I ended up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. But now you'll survive. It's like you said, together we can fix anything. I'm just proud I got to be your friend and co-pilot, Captain. No one can hurt you now. We fixed it. I fixed it. What? That was terrifying. That was so scary. Did you like it? Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely sad. This is scary for all kinds of reasons. I don't know. I think this kind of horror scares me more than like monsters and stuff, because this is like something that could happen to anybody. I don't know how to describe it. It was fun. I did like the characters. It was very well written, that's for sure. As a lot of people were saying that like the high point of the game is like the story writing and the character writing. I think it was good, but it was scary, psychological.
Oh, not again! Oh my god, they're actually dead this time! Where am I bringing you, man? Where are we going? Just me and you, Curly? Where am I bringing him? I don't know how Curly is though. We don't ask that. What I hear fire? Go home. The hell? Your bro is immortal at this point. Is that rain or fire? I can't tell. Rain, maybe? Wait, am I missing like a door or something? Or do I actually just have to keep I think I just have to keep walking for a long time. Why are you? This guy is not right. It's okay, Curly. You're going to be okay. Oh, I'm Curly POV right now. You always had my back. I ended up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. But now you'll survive. It's like you said, together we can fix anything. I'm just proud I got to be your friend and co-pilot, Captain. No one can hurt you now. We fixed it. I fixed it. POV, you ate your own leg. Is this a good night? Is this a good night for... Oh.
You know, I kind of saw that coming. That's why I said he was gonna take care of himself. Honestly, I wanted to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? But like, what do I do now? This is it? Just a good night? Okay, I don't know if there's like a post-credit scene, but you think Curly will ever get found? I mean, he has to, right? Is there a post-credit? There might be. Man, I hate Jimmy. What was the first thing I said? And you guys were like, Rosimi, you're being too harsh to him. When I saw Jimmy, I'm like, I don't like this guy. This guy looks mean. And I knew, okay? I knew. Rosimi instinct. Thank you for playing. I guess this is it. Follow us quick. The two options, guys. The two genders in life. Follow us or quit. Guess I'll never actually know. Probably, I guess no one will find him then. Was the catalyst for everything that happened with Jimmy the thing with Anya? Or was it like something else? Yeah, I also do think, like, obviously he was like really jealous, right? Don't worry, guys. I'll take care of this. I'll go back in time and make it so that it'll never happen. I'll get rid of Jimmy. And you know, even like Swansea, he was like, I wish I could have done more for like Daisuke. I feel so bad for Daisuke. He was such a good character too. Jimmy literally just ruined everything for everyone. It was amazing how he managed to ruin everything for everyone. I also like the kind of like back and forth that they did, you know, when they were like after, before, after type of deal. I like that.
What the fuck? We're still here. Oh, good lord. Where do I need to bring this man? Why are you still alive? Both of them are terrible. Yeah, I don't really understand Curly. Like, he's a huge enabler. I don't get it. Also, I'm not sure why he's like forgiving Jimmy, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Jimmy should be forgiven. At least not by like anybody on the team. Go home. Go home where? Curly's complicated. I think he's just dumb. I think Jimmy's also just dumb. Are we just going into a loop? I can't tell. Are we? Do I just keep going? Oh no, there's a door here. No! Really just wanted to cover up his friend. It's a shitty thing too. I know, why would he want to cover that up?
It's okay, Curly. You're going to be okay. You always had my back. I ended up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. But now you'll survive. It's like you said, together we can fix anything. I'm just proud I got to be your friend and co-pilot captain. No one can hurt you now. We fixed it. I fixed it.
What the fuck is this guy on? Like, actually. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm still conscious. Nijisanjien, I'm tired. Stop. There's also construction, and it's freaking me out because I can't tell if it's part of the game or not. Oh, this is like the cryptopod, right? Wait, Jimmy took the easy way out? What the fuck? This story is so dark. Curly is the only survivor, but I'm not gonna lie, I think nobody would want to be in Curly's position. Jesus Christ. That was intense. I did really enjoy the game and the mechanics of the game and stuff like that. The story was really interesting, so I enjoyed, like, even though it was kind of messed up. I'm guessing this game only has one ending, because it seems like this is the plot of the whole story, so I don't think there's any other ending, I think. What do you guys think this game is about? I think this game is about two dumbasses. I think, like, Pony Express, the company of this spaceship, I think they hired the wrong people. That's what I think. They hired, like, weirdos who would do shit like that. Yeah, I mean, obviously Jimmy was not a good dude. What was his criteria when he applied? I don't know. I was surprised that he got a job like this, because I feel like if you're going to space with, like, a team, you should be very, very not like this. I think Curly also thought that he took responsibility, but I think he did it the wrong way. I think real responsibility really means calling out your friends. Curly was just like, oh, it's okay, we'll figure it out. And it's like, no, man, you can't figure that shit out. You gotta, like, call him out, put his ass in prison. What the fuck? What's messed up is because they were carrying worthless cargo, they just let anyone do the job. Curly had good intentions. I mean, Curly had good intentions, maybe, but, like, he's an enabler. He was also a bystander in my eyes. Like, he was the captain and Anya went to him to, like, talk to him about, you know, getting literally, like, harassed. And I'm using that word not to make the situation sound lighter, but more like to kind of censor it, because I'm not gonna say the other word, but, like, I think a captain's job is to be like, what the fuck, man? Why the fuck would you do that? He was a little bit of a bystander because he didn't do anything. He was just like, it's okay, it'll work out. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people are like that. Not gonna lie. I see that all the time, like bystanders. Sometimes, even if you think that you're neutral, you're actually hurting both parties. Like, Jimmy is obviously not a good dude, but Curly, being the way that he is, isn't really helping Jimmy become a better person either. And also, obviously, Anya was not being helped properly. I think this is a really
good game to kind of like highlight a lot of the problems that we see in our own environment. I think a lot of people would be like Curly, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously not in such a extreme situation such as this one, but even in like smaller scale situations, like people do tend to be bystanders and like try to be as neutral as possible, thinking that it's the best thing that they can do. But honestly, sometimes the best thing you can do is punch a guy in the face for being a fucking sexual harasser. Like, what the fuck? I'm also glad you understand that Curly didn't do his job as both a captain and a friend. Yeah, he was a terrible captain. And you could argue that he was a better captain than Jimmy, but low-key, I think a 12-year-old would be a better captain than Jimmy. I think anyone was just better than Jimmy, so you can't be like, oh, Curly was so much better than Jimmy, and it's like, Jimmy is like the worst of the worst. You can't really, at that point, you don't compare. You never compare to the worst of the worst, okay? That's not really comparing anymore. That's just trying to make yourself feel better. Swan should have been captain. I think so too. I think like he was obviously a little like he had like an anger streak and stuff like that, but he was a good dude. And obviously so was Daisuke. You know, he was also just a wholesome dude. Worst part is that Curly secretly admits he hates being captain, but is too afraid of jumping into a new career. I think I talk about this all the time in another way, but it's like that's why you have to make sure that like wherever stage you are in your life, regardless of if you're young or old or whatever, make sure that you're like in a space where you're content. Like maybe not happy, like you don't have to be like, oh my god, I'm looking forward to my job tomorrow. No, that's not how life works, but I do think you have to be in a space where you are content, because if you are not content, it sometimes it skews you to do things that you probably don't even know that you're doing that's really hurting everything around you. I think the analogy behind it can be applied to pretty much everyone, environment, and circumstance, because like it doesn't always have to be like, oh my god, you're in space and you have like this responsibility of like taking care of like 4 other people. Sometimes it's more simple, but that's why it might be harder to see, like, you know, being neutral is being an enabler and also a bystander. And I've always wanted to say that. I'm not gonna lie, this was the perfect opportunity to say stuff like that. Sometimes being neutral means that you are a bystander and you are not a part of a solution, which is honestly not good. Jimmy just went hugely berserk. Like, holy shit, this guy's weird as fuck. This guy was doing some weird shit like feeding body parts. Anyways, we don't have to talk about that because that part was nasty. I felt kind of sick during the puzzle. I was like, I can't, but I have to finish the story. Curly is important to show and remind people, even if you try to see good in someone, sometimes people are just bad. I don't think it's wrong for him to try and see good in Jimmy. I think it was wrong that like he was trying to see good but excusing him to show him that he was still good. I think you can still see good in people but not excuse them. And honestly, when you do that, it speaks more volumes, because it's like when you call somebody out, let's say you have a friend who obviously did something wrong. When you call that friend out, you're literally showing them that you do believe that they can be better, because you're asking them to own up for their misdoings. But if you're saying things like, oh, I believe in you, we can cover this up, that's honestly doing the opposite, because you're basically saying that like, not really, I don't believe in you, because we're gonna hide this and you're not gonna learn from this. You know, a really good friend would honestly put that sort of person, even if he were his bestie, like if any of my besties did what Jimmy did, I would put their ass in prison. Visit them every day and be like, yo, is there something wrong with you? Like, hello? But thankfully this is a game, so most people aren't gonna go that crazy, I think, I hope.
What does it want us to do now? Don't tell me, oh no, here we go. Don't do that to me, because then I get scared. Time for judgment? What do I do? Time to go home? It's like pre-making me anxious, because I don't even know what's coming. You're like, oh, here it comes, fucking what? Do not pre-make me anxious. I don't even know where to go. Go home? What? Carl, I'm scared. I am also scared. Like, the story of this game is really good, but some of it is very scary to me. We're putting him in there. It's okay, Curly. You're going to be okay. You'll always have my back, and I end up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. But now you'll survive. But like you said, together we can fix anything. I'm just proud I got to be your friend and co-pilot, Captain. No one can hurt you now. We fixed it. I fixed it. No, you didn't. What? go home. Oh. Yay, we beat it! I literally almost quit, but we did it. This game was crazy. What the fuck? The story is great. Is there anything after the credit? I'm gonna watch some analytical videos after this stream. Oh my god. Holy shit, that game was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I almost fucking pussied out because I got really scared and uncomfortable. But it's a good game. It's a good game. He just died? Yeah. Yeah, I even teared up too. This was so sad. This was genuinely a sad game. The story is really good. So Jimmy was the bad guy all along. Jimmy misunderstood. See, I want to say that, but if you do so many bad things. So basically, Curly was always a good captain. Jimmy was jealous and psychotic. He high-key assaulted Anya and got her pregnant. She told Saucy, I don't know how to say his name. And he knew everything. He seemed like a fucking mean old man, but he saved the pod for Daisuke Swansea so he can go in. And Jimmy was actually the one that fucked up and crashed the ship, because you were right, when we started the game, we were in the co-pilot chair. Because Jimmy gets horny for funsies. He put that he gets horny over horses. That's so fucked up, knowing that he joked about that and then assaulted Anya and got her pregnant. That's kind of really fucked up. That's really like, haha, I'm gonna make fun of him and be like, haha, I get horny over cartoons, but then also I literally assaulted you and got you pregnant. And now the girl oofed herself. She locked herself in the medical room and took pills and overdosed herself, and she died, I guess because she was pregnant. I remember in the beginning of the game, the baby crying. Oh my god. And low-key, he oofed his own baby. This game, oh my god. Jimmy thought he could take responsibility, but ended up putting Curly in more pain. Yeah, like, he fed him his own leg. Oh, I couldn't handle that part. I was literally gonna quit because I couldn't handle it. But, oh god, some of it was way too queasy for me. Just a soft bean. Poor Kurt. He's still in so much pain after it all. Jimmy didn't understand the responsibility and took the easy way out. Jimmy's a piece of shit person. I don't know. Jimmy, it's a very complex character. The game gave me an everlasting impression. Very well made. The story's crazy impressive. Freaking Curly was the piece of shit captain, was selfish, only looked for himself. They're smart too, because they put you as Jimmy in the beginning of the game, and never would you assume the MC did anything wrong. You're like, I'm the MC, I didn't do anything. It's the other characters. I'm just here. But then they twisted on you by changing the POV. So it's no, you, the person you played at the beginning, was the bad guy. That's so smart. I don't think I've ever seen a game do that, where they forcefully put you in the position of the bad guy at the beginning to kind of trick you, I guess, in the beginning. I'm happy I got through it. I'm happy I finished it and I completed it. And knowing it's the same people that did Buckshot, that's really cool.